This is the second part of a series on making self-marking quizzes and tracking student progress by using Google Forms. Okay, this is the second part of a series on making self-marking quizzes and tracking student progress by using Google Forms. So we've already done creating a form. This is part two, which is inserting a script. Okay, so let's get rolling with it. So in the last video, we actually created a form, which is pretty cool. And from there, we're going to look at how to insert a script so it self-marks. In our last video, we set up a trial quiz or trial form, and all the data that we're getting from there was going to get put into a lovely spreadsheet like this. Now what we want to do is we want to insert a script. A script is just like a macro that will do something automatically for it. And in Google there's heaps of them. So if we come down to insert and come down to script, up will come a script gallery, which will have all the scripts that you can actually insert into the spreadsheet. We're going to use one called Flubaroo. Now Flubaroo is a script that's been written that will allow you to self-mark a quiz or self-mark a form. So if we go search, it'll come up here, and if you want to click on the first one you get some information about it, or you go install. And so we're going to go and install here, which is pretty good, and it will install that script into this spreadsheet. It will say that it's going to be installed. It comes up with a green tag, and then it says I need to authorize it. So you go continue, and it comes up with a few things that you've got to agree to. Basically it's saying it'll send an email from my account, it'll look at the email addresses there, it'll manage the data and know who you are in Google. So I just go, yep, that's cool, happy with that, and then it's ready to roll. And what you'll see is when it's actually installed, your menu bar will look slightly different. You'll have another one called Flubaroo at the end here. So that's pretty cool. So when you get your responses you can mark it. So let's have a look at what that actually looks like. So let's go and have a look at a demo quiz that I've set up earlier and show you how it actually works. So this is one we've done already, which you can get access to in a bit. And I've finished it. I'm very happy with the way my whole quiz looks. Down the bottom here, you can actually put a little message to the person once they've submitted it, and you can give them the choice of submitting another one, publishing it, or actually allowing them to go back in and edit again, which if you're doing a formative task, that might be cool. They can go back in and change their answers if they need to. To let people know where the form is, you can just go to send form, and it comes up with a URL. You just control C that and copy that, and then you can paste it into an email, and anyone who's got that link can then access this quiz. The other way you can do it is to embed it inside a website, like a Google site will let you do it, and so you have a nice form sitting inside it. It's pretty cool. So let's see what it looks like when it's live. So if this is live, we want to call we're going to call it answers. So this is like your answer key. Okay, so this is for you as the teacher, comes in and does this, which looks pretty cool. So now you've got to put the right answers here. So depending on your questions, I mean obviously you want to have the right answers. So if this is a mathematics answer, you might have 3 different solutions you can have here, and the kids choose the A, B, C or D, however many multiple choices you want to have. A big hint is to make sure your answers are right, otherwise you get a whole lot of cranky kids really quickly. So I'm going to answer this quiz properly. I'm not quite sure what the answers are, but it's all good. So there we go. You can see I've got a whole lot of things there. When I go submit, it'll now take my answers and stick it into the spreadsheet, which is pretty cool. So I can close it off. And if I come back to my responses, my demo quiz 1 responses. So my demo quiz has got the questions in it. The responses come to here. You will now see all the responses that are sitting here. And notice that I've got one called answers, which I've just done. And I've also got one solutions when I was playing around with it beforehand. Now we want to mark this now. So this is my answer key, and all these rest are from other people. If I go to Flubaroo, which we've installed, and go grade assignment, what it will do is it will go through and have a look at all the responses there. Because I've already graded it once before, it'll ask me if I want to replace my grades. Yep, I do, which is pretty good. And it comes up with a window like this. It just checks that these are identifiers, and then down here are your questions. And you can actually weight these if you want. Go continue, and it will think for a bit. And then it's going to look through and see if it can work out which one is the answer key. And it says, I want to know which one is the answer key. I want to know which one I'm going to mark everything else against. So I'm going to grab the answers one, go continue. And now what it will do is it will use my answers as the master list and then grade everyone else against it. So it's pretty cool. And then it will come out with a really nice little kind of picture of what's going on. So you can view your grades. And for just part of learning analytics, this is pretty cool. Anyone in black got above 70%. Anyone below in red got below 70%. So automatically you can see how your kids are going. But even better, across here, you can see what questions each of the people got right or wrong. You come across, and it looks pretty good. Now, if a lot of people got the question wrong, this is going to come up in like a dark yellow or orangey colour, which gives you a bit of a hint as a teacher about what you might need to work on in class the next day. So if the students are doing this for a quiz at night time, they come back the next day, you know how they've gone, you can talk to Betty, Barney and Wilma about what they've done, and you can come through here and you can work out which questions they've done wrong. If all the way across the class they got this question wrong here, then what you could do is you could then reteach that to the whole class. So that's pretty cool. That's how Flubaroo works, inserting that script and getting your data. And it's very cool because it keeps track of everything. At the end, you can go email the grades, and it will then email the grades out to the students. Now they can submit multiple times, but Flubaroo will only email it out once, so they won't keep on getting an email back and back again. So that's pretty cool. You can put in the answer key if you want, and you can put a little message to them and send it off. So that's pretty cool. That's how Flubaroo marks it and sends the grades.